Hello, lovelies, and welcome to another edition of the Review Zone. Sorry for missing Wednesday. I was busy doing random things with my life. Not sure what. Anyways, and today we are looking over Iron Man 3. I know, pause for dramatic effect. It just sort of came out, kind of, in the last couple of months. Great movie, great ending. I think you're going to like it. Now, this movie wasn't like the second one, or the first one for that matter. In fact, I sort of liked the first one more. But that's me. But I also like Robert Downey Jr., so he was in it already. This has a go watch it now. In fact, watch it any way you can. I'm not endorsing anything, but if you need certain sites, hit me up on the Facebook or on Tumblr or through this website, YouTube. And you'll find mysterious links in your ass box about where to get this video. Anyways, I actually went and saw it when it came out. I didn't tell anybody because, well, really didn't think I was supposed to. But I saw it with, the night it came out in a private residence. The actual film wasn't a copy. I happen to know one of Walt Disney's great nephews, I believe who he is. So that's how we got the film. If you ask me, that's what I'm sticking with. That's when I saw it. So, on to the movie. It was great. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. I don't know what more you can say. He's an amazing actor. I liked him in Sherlock Holmes. I hope there's a third Sherlock Holmes. There should be. There's at least 4 major books. They've only done 2 movies, so hopefully there should be 2 more movies. But he played Iron Man. And he played Iron Man in this one, admittedly better than the first one. I mean, he filled the character out more now. We saw more in depth. His relationship with Pepper is a bit more explained. And I'm a big fan of Pepper. I mean, Gwyneth Paltrow isn't always, my cup of tea. I mean, in some movies she's hot, in some movies she's like, but she's always gorgeous. She's that girl who you would date, you would take home, you'd marry, but she's not the girl who every guy would flip out over. In certain movies she is, in some she isn't, but in this movie she was. And it was the ending that gave her this ability. Now, I'm going to spoil some of the ending. She turns badass. She falls into a fire pit and becomes badass. That's all you need to know, really. That's all I'm going to tell you. I say go watch this movie now. It was great. The plot points, I mean, the scene with Tony Stark and the little boy about, let me in the car, I'm cold. Hilarious. Great scene. I recommend watching it. So, after all this gushing, the cinematography in the movie, in certain parts, I think it could have been better. There are some scenes that, to my taste, weren't done right. The ones, mainly the Don Cheadle ones, actually. His character just seemed like a bitch. They made him into a bitch, and War Machine was not a bitch. Now, they had him played great in the second movie, but it was just the third one. They made him seem too good, too goody two-shoes, and that's not how he is. That's not how War Machine should have been portrayed. And that's not that's the first time I've seen Don Cheadle in sort of that type of role of the two overly goody two-shoes. There was another movie, it was a foreign film, it was Irish, that was great. And he played an FBI agent, and that's mainly all I know of him being goody two-shoes. I know more of him from the Ocean series, really. And it was great. He had a good part. I can't remember the main villain's, who he is. I know I've seen him in other things. He was good. They portrayed him really well. I think they had a really interesting backstory for this movie. The story overall was good. Let's see, the sound mixing, that one's sort of hard. I mean, unless you have the right equipment, sound is sort of hard to pick up, but I thought it played right. I listened to it through a laptop and thought it was wonderful, so that should tell you something. Anyways, enough of me rambling. I should be back Wednesday. If not, I may just be doing movies. It's sort of hard to read a book in a week when you're not really, not really that many fun books, I would suppose.